How do you handle disrespect? It's a universal challenge, capable of stirring deep frustration and upset. But imagine if we could draw from the ancient teachings of Stoicism to navigate these moments with wisdom and grace. In this video, we'll delve into 10 practical Stoic principles designed to enhance our ability to cope with disrespect. I challenge you to stay strong and stick with me until the end. Let's begin. 1. Engage in self-reflection. A pivotal aspect of Stoicism lies in the practice of self-reflection and self-examination. Stoics held the belief that the caliber of our thoughts directly influences the quality of our lives, urging us to continuously strive for self-improvement in both thought and action. As Marcus Aurelius expressed, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. In instances of encountering disrespect, engaging in self-reflection becomes imperative. Questions such as whether there is validity in the remarks or actions of the other party, whether one's own behavior may have contributed to the situation, and how to respond in alignment with one's values and virtues should be contemplated. By objectively reflecting on oneself and the circumstances at hand, a deeper comprehension of the event and one's own role within it can be attained. Self-reflection, a cornerstone of Stoicism, ensures that responses are grounded in rational judgment rather than impulsive reactions. It serves as a mechanism for learning from experiences, fostering personal growth, and cultivating wisdom. 2. Maintain your composure. One fundamental principle of Stoicism is that our tranquility is not disrupted by external events, but rather by our internal perceptions of those events. As Epictetus famously articulated, people are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. This implies that disrespect, in and of itself, holds no inherent power to harm or offend. Rather, it is our interpretation and judgment of disrespect that elicit feelings of hurt or anger. When faced with disrespect, it's important to recognize that the behavior of others is a product of their own thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, not a reflection of our intrinsic value or worth. Reminding ourselves of this perspective can assist in maintaining emotional composure and preventing external disrespect from impacting our inner state. 3. Focus on virtue. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate virtues like wisdom and courage, which are essential for living well and making right choices. According to Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, virtue is essentially behaving in accordance with reason and the natural order of things. Stoics believe that virtue is the highest good in life, and everything else is of lesser importance. When faced with disrespect, Stoicism advises us to prioritize virtue in our response. This doesn't mean ignoring or tolerating disrespect, but rather responding in a way that aligns with Stoic values and principles. By focusing on virtue, we can avoid being swayed by our emotions, uphold our dignity and integrity, and develop as individuals. Stoicism challenges us to strive for excellence even when facing challenging circumstances. 4. Welcome acceptance. One of the profound teachings of Stoicism revolves around embracing what lies beyond our control, including the disrespect of others. Epictetus encapsulated this wisdom by stating that true wisdom lies in not mourning over what we lack, but rather celebrating what we possess. This underscores the importance of gratitude and the liberation found in accepting life's uncertainties. Moreover, Stoicism imparts the crucial lesson of discerning between the realms within and beyond our control, the Stoic dichotomy of control. While we wield power over our thoughts, feelings, and actions, external events and others' behavior remain beyond our grasp. Thus, when confronted with disrespect, Stoicism advocates for preserving inner tranquility by acknowledging it as an inevitable facet of existence. Instead of succumbing to anger or resentment, we're encouraged to channel our energies towards self-improvement and proactive responses. By embracing disrespect with a Stoic mindset, we bypass needless turmoil, paving the way for rationality and serenity. Furthermore, every encounter with disrespect becomes an opportunity for personal growth and enlightenment. This empowered approach equips us to confront disrespect with a composed demeanor, fostering resilience and wisdom along the journey. 5. Master the art of pausing. Seneca once conveyed that whenever anger arises, it not only presents an immediate challenge, but also reinforces a habitual pattern. Stoics emphasize the significance of self-control and rationality, contending that impulsive reactions fueled by strong emotions like anger or frustration frequently result in poor choices and needless suffering. In situations of disrespect, the Stoic philosophy advocates for a measured response over impulsive reactions. Rather than reacting immediately, it encourages taking a pause to collect one's thoughts. This pause enables the individual to regain mastery over their emotions and affords the opportunity to craft a more composed and thoughtful reply. By resisting the urge to react impulsively, one can better align their actions with Stoic principles of wisdom and self-restraint. This approach often leads to more constructive and less emotionally charged interactions when confronted with disrespect. Pausing serves as a pivotal Stoic strategy, facilitating the maintenance of composure and the making of rational decisions in the face of disrespect, ultimately fostering positive outcomes and personal development. 6. Choose forgiveness. Picture a scenario where someone disrespects you. How do you react? Do you respond with fiery anger, or do you let the incident slide? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism holds valuable insights. Stoics propose that forgiveness isn't a favor bestowed upon others, but a profound gift to oneself. Forgiveness serves as the gateway to inner serenity and contentment. Yet, it's no easy feat. It doesn't entail forgetting or condoning the offense, but entails choosing to release the grip of negative emotions that harm us more than anyone else. Stoics advocate for forgiveness tempered with wisdom, compassion, and fairness. Stoicism prompts us to focus on what lies within our control and relinquish what doesn't. While we can't dictate others' actions, we hold power over our reactions. Opting to forgive liberates us from the shackles of resentment and anger, enabling us to move forward with a renewed sense of tranquility and peace. In Stoic philosophy, forgiveness isn't synonymous with weakness. Rather, it epitomizes strength. It isn't surrender, but triumph, not sacrifice, but a reward. Forgiveness emerges as the ultimate act of self-care and a catalyst for personal growth. 7. Show empathy. Epictetus and other influential Stoic philosophers stress the importance of seeking goodness, not in external circumstances, but within oneself. Stoicism underscores the interconnectedness of humanity, asserting that comprehending the motivations and emotions of others can foster improved interactions and personal development. In the face of disrespect, Stoicism advocates for the practice of empathy, endeavoring to empathize with the perspectives of others. Empathy offers a fresh vantage point, recognizing that the disrespect shown may not be personal or deliberate, but perhaps stemming from the individual's insecurities, fears, or ignorance. By empathizing, one can cultivate compassion for the other person, diminishing negative emotions. Through this lens, one refrains from internalizing the disrespect, enabling a composed and dignified response. Responding with empathy aligns with Stoic principles of wisdom, compassion, and self-betterment. It facilitates learning from challenging circumstances and promotes personal growth. By embracing empathy, individuals can navigate disrespect in a constructive manner, fostering positive outcomes and maintaining dignity. Choosing empathy over anger or defensiveness allows for a response grounded in kindness and respect, thus averting conflict escalation. Embracing empathy empowers individuals to cope with disrespect positively, exemplifying resilience and strength. Now that you have shown how strong you are, let's make it till the end of the video. 8. Employ humor. At times, a touch of laughter can make a significant difference. As the ancient philosopher Seneca noted, "You have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously." Stoicism encourages emotional regulation and rational action, while also acknowledging the power of humor in navigating difficult circumstances. Humor can serve as a tool to maintain emotional equilibrium and prevent excessive anger or irritation when faced with disrespect. Rather than allowing our emotions to overwhelm us, we can opt for a witty remark or a playful joke in response. It's important to exercise discretion and moderation in using humor, ensuring it is appropriate for the situation. Employing humor in this way can be a practical Stoic technique for managing disrespect, leading to more positive and harmonious outcomes. 9. Establish firm boundaries. Stoicism isn't about being passive, it's about embodying strength. Like a steadfast rock facing disrespect and injustice, this rock knows its value and insists on respect while focusing on what it can control and releasing what it cannot. When confronted with disrespect, you needn't acquiesce or erupt in anger. Instead, you can remain composed and assertive, addressing the issue calmly and articulating your expectations. By establishing clear boundaries that uphold your dignity and self-respect, you exemplify Stoic principles of strength, justice, and courage. Stoicism teaches us to honor ourselves and others, to maintain inner composure, and to preserve dignity regardless of the circumstances. 10. Shift your perspective. Perspective grants us the capacity to view situations from a broader, more objective standpoint, thereby preventing overreactions or taking things too personally, especially when faced with disrespect. Embracing this viewpoint allows us to understand that disrespect holds minimal significance in the grand tapestry of life. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wisely remarked, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." By adopting perspective, we recognize that most instances of disrespect are fleeting and inconsequential, failing to diminish our true worth or inner contentment. Moreover, perspective enables us to discern that disrespect often stems from the ignorance, insecurity, or weaknesses of the other party, rather than reflecting our own shortcomings. We retain the power to choose our response, to either disregard, forgive, or glean lessons from such encounters, rather than allowing them to fester within us. Furthermore, perspective directs our focus towards what truly matters, our goals, values, and virtues. By channeling our energy and time into pursuits aligned with our aspirations, we transcend the lure of resentment or vengeance, paving the way for a more fulfilling and serene existence. Thus, the next time we encounter disrespect, let us invoke perspective. It serves as our steadfast ally, enabling us to maintain composure and act with wisdom amidst adversity. Keep in mind that Stoicism isn't about repressing your emotions, but effectively managing them. By adhering to these 10 principles, you can maintain composure and resilience in the face of disrespect and rudeness.
Welcome to the internet age, where information is just a click away and being kind is seen as super important. But have you ever thought that maybe being too nice could cause problems? Sounds weird, right? But stick with me for a sec, my fellow thinkers. Let's look at some old school wisdom that might help us see things differently. Back in ancient Greece and Rome, there were these wise dudes called the Stoics. They were all about being strong, but also being good. They said, be tough, but focus on being good. Generosity, being generous, is definitely a good thing. But like anything good, it can be too much. Yep, giving too much can sometimes make things go wrong in ways we don't expect. Before you think I'm going crazy, let's take a trip together. We'll explore 5 surprising ways that being overly kind might mess things up. We'll learn from the Stoics like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. And as we learn, I want you to think about your own acts of kindness. Are they always just right, or do you sometimes go overboard? If you're up for this journey, together, we'll figure out how to be good without overdoing it. So, stick with me as we uncover the unexpected problems of being too generous. Sometimes, the most important lessons come from the places we least expect. 1. Always trying to make everyone happy. Ever find yourself bending over backwards just to make everyone happy? Saying yes when you really mean no, laughing at jokes that don't tickle your funny bone, and pretending to agree with opinions you don't share? It's like we're wearing different masks all the time trying to fit in. But let me share a little gem from the school of Stoicism. We simply can't control what everybody thinks about us. So why do we keep trying so hard to please everyone? Sure, people-pleasing might seem like a noble gesture, a way to spread kindness, but let's get real here. It often stems from our own insecurities, and boy, is it draining. Constantly donning different masks, trying to fit into molds that aren't our own. It's like a never-ending performance, isn't it? And for what? A fleeting pat on the back? The Stoics had a different approach. Authenticity. Be true to yourself, they said, and the right people will naturally gravitate towards you. And those who don't? Well, you can't please everyone, can you? So let's ditch the charade, shall we? It's time to embrace our true selves and let the chips fall where they may. 2. Thinking you can change people. Ever heard the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink? Well, that's like the golden rule of Stoicism. We can't control other people, only how we react to them. But here's the kicker. Many of us, with our big hearts, try so hard to fix others. We believe our love, advice, and kindness can change them. But more often than not, it just doesn't work out that way. Think about that friend who always picks the wrong partners. You've given them advice, listened to their heartbreaks, and even tried setting them up with someone great. Yet they keep repeating the same old mistakes. Frustrating, right? But here's the deal. Everyone's on their own journey. And while it's nice to lend a helping hand, we can't walk their path for them. The Stoics knew this well. They believed in focusing on our own actions and letting go of the need to control everything else. It's tough, especially when you care deeply about someone. But sometimes the kindest thing you can do is step back and let people make their own choices, even if they stumble along the way. 3. Avoiding conflicts at all costs. Sound familiar? Let's face it, nobody enjoys those tense, uncomfortable moments. So in our quest to be nice, we often dodge disagreements altogether. We bite our tongues, sweep things under the rug, and swallow our frustrations. But here's the scoop from Stoicism. Sometimes a little conflict is necessary. Sure, it might seem easier to smooth things over in the short term, but down the line, those little annoyances can snowball into major problems. Ever had a roommate who left their dirty dishes lying around? Instead of speaking up, you silently seethed until one day you exploded over something trivial. Stoicism teaches us that tackling challenges head-on is the way to go. It's not about starting fights, but addressing issues before they spiral out of control. In the long run, it's kinder to yourself and to others to deal with stuff up front rather than letting it simmer and boil over. 4. Taking on too much. Ever found yourself taking on more than you can handle? Picture this. You're at a friend's get-together and they mention they're moving next weekend. Before you know it, you've volunteered to help, even though your plate is already overflowing with your own tasks. The Stoics had a thing about living in tune with nature, which includes knowing our own limits. Taking on too much isn't just about spreading yourself thin. It's about betraying your own boundaries. Think of life as a teacup. Each commitment is a drop of tea. Pour in too much, and it spills over, making a mess. It's not about being unkind, it's about being kind to yourself first. So the next time someone needs a hand, maybe offer to pack a few boxes instead of committing to the entire day. It's those small gestures that truly count, and they're much easier to manage. Remember that time you promised to help at the school fair, attend a birthday party, and visit your grandma all in one day? By the end of it, you were probably exhausted, grumpy, and not really present in any of those activities. That's the burden of overcommitment. So before you say yes, take a moment to think, reflect on your own capacity. It's not selfish, it's sensible. Well done. Now that you have reached the end of this video, let's conquer the last wisdom. 5. Seeking approval from others. It's a trap many of us fall into, especially in this digital age where kindness is often flaunted online. But let's take a moment to ponder. Are we truly acting out of genuine compassion, or are we just craving validation? Marcus Aurelius once dropped this gem. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This timeless nugget of wisdom reminds us that real virtue isn't about seeking recognition. It's about our actions speaking for themselves. Sure, sharing our good deeds can inspire others, but we need to keep our intentions in check. When kindness becomes a transaction, its authenticity fades away. The Stoics were big on this. They taught us to focus on the intrinsic value of our actions. By doing good for its own sake, we embody the true essence of virtue. So there you have it, the journey of kindness with all its twists and turns. In our world of likes, shares, and endless scrolling, it's easy to forget the age-old wisdom of the Stoics. But as we've seen, their teachings are just as relevant today as they were centuries ago.
Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you went on saying stuff which you later regret? The ancient Stoics embraced discretion and valued the wisdom of silence. They recognized that not all thoughts or experiences merit sharing with the world. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus stated, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things beyond the power of our will. Bearing this wisdom in mind, stick with me till the end as we explore the 5 lessons that Stoicism teaches us to keep to ourselves in the pursuit of wisdom and inner strength. 1. Avoid bragging about personal growth. Epictetus wisely suggests that as we endeavor to grow and evolve, we should do so with a sense of humility and discretion. Rather than loudly proclaiming our efforts and achievements to the world, he urges us to let our actions speak for themselves. You see, true self-improvement isn't about seeking applause or recognition from others. It's a deeply personal journey, one that we embark upon for our own benefit, not for the admiration of onlookers. When we constantly boast about our progress, we risk diluting the sincerity of our intentions. It's akin to announcing our goals before we've even achieved them, which can inadvertently sap our motivation and commitment. Epictetus encourages us to live by the age-old adage, "Actions speak louder than words." Indeed, the measure of our growth lies not in the grandiosity of our declarations, but in the tangible changes we manifest in our behavior, character, and mindset. True growth is demonstrated through the way we treat others, the wisdom we impart, and the virtues we embody. People are more likely to be influenced and impressed by the tangible improvements they witness in us, rather than by the empty words we speak. According to Epictetus, the path to self-improvement is best traveled with humility and modesty. Let our actions and results do the talking, for this is the most genuine and impactful way to inspire and influence those around us. 2. Refrain from speaking negatively about yourself. As Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, don't be overheard complaining, not even to yourself. Why is this admonition so crucial? It's about safeguarding your self-confidence and mental well-being. When you consistently indulge in thoughts like, "I'm terrible at this," or "I'll never improve," you're essentially eroding your own self-esteem. These negative self-assessments can have a profound and debilitating impact on your motivation, hindering your personal growth. To adhere to this Stoic wisdom, it's vital to be mindful of your inner dialogue. Instead of tearing yourself down, strive to remind yourself of your potential and capabilities. Tell yourself, "I am capable of achieving this, and if not immediately, I will get there eventually." By adopting this positive and growth-oriented mindset, you'll bolster your self-confidence and resilience, aligning yourself with the core tenets of Stoicism. Remember, the way we speak to ourselves shapes our reality. Let's choose to uplift and empower ourselves through our inner dialogue, embracing the strength and resilience that Stoicism advocates. 3. Stop being ungrateful. Let's delve into a crucial aspect of our interactions with others, expressing gratitude and avoiding ingratitude. It's essential never to convey a lack of appreciation, for life itself is a remarkable gift that warrants our gratitude for every moment we're granted. As Epictetus wisely stated, true wisdom lies in finding joy in what we possess, rather than grieving over what we lack. This timeless wisdom reminds us to always acknowledge and be thankful for the blessings in our lives. In essence, being ungrateful means failing to recognize or show appreciation for the good things that come our way. It can take various forms, from overlooking the kindness of others to taking our daily comforts for granted. Practicing gratitude is a way of recognizing the positive aspects of our lives and acknowledging the efforts of those who contribute to our well-being. When we express ingratitude, we risk alienating ourselves from those around us, fostering misunderstandings and strained relationships. On the other hand, expressing gratitude fosters positive connections and creates an environment where people feel valued and appreciated. So, in your interactions with others, remember the importance of expressing gratitude. Cultivate a habit of acknowledging and appreciating acts of kindness, opportunities, and blessings that come your way. By doing so, you not only enrich your own life, but also contribute to fostering positive relationships and recognizing the beauty and goodness that surrounds you. 4. Don't be overly talkative. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. In today's noisy world, where everyone wants to be heard, this advice holds profound meaning. Listening is more than just staying quiet. It's about paying attention to others. When you listen, you show respect for their thoughts and feelings. In a world full of noise, being a good listener sets you apart. It helps build strong relationships and fosters trust. Plus, listening isn't just polite, it's also smart. You can learn new things and grow as a person by hearing what others have to say. So, next time you're in a conversation, remember Zeno's wisdom. Listen more than you speak. It's a simple way to connect with others and become a better person. 5. Stop complaining for a happier life. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. In essence, our happiness largely hinges on our mindset and how we choose to perceive and respond to the world. So, why doesn't complaining help? It typically spirals into a repetitive and unproductive cycle. When we complain, it seldom results in solutions or positive changes. Instead, it fosters a sense of victimhood and helplessness, reinforcing the notion that we lack control over our circumstances. This can exacerbate stress and frustration. Moreover, constant complaining strains our relationships. It can drain the emotions of those around us, leading them to be less inclined to offer support or companionship over time. Negative energy is contagious, and complaining tends to spread it. On the flip side, choosing not to complain and focusing on the positives can have transformative effects on our lives. By shifting our mindset and outlook, we invite positivity and resilience into our experiences, leading to greater contentment and fulfillment. Have you ever been stuck in traffic during a job interview, or found yourself locked out of your house right when you're running late for an important meeting? Frustration isn't just a passing annoyance. It's like that friend who borrows your favorite shirt and then spills coffee on it. We've all experienced it, but instead of just brushing it off, let's tackle it head-on. Today, we're delving into 5 steadfast strategies inspired by Stoic philosophy to not only handle frustration, but to banish it from our lives for good. If you're new to this journey, I have a challenge for you. Hit that subscribe button and activate the notification bell to level up your mental resilience and become a stronghold amidst life's whirlwind. So, gear up and let's embark on this transformative journey together. 1. Regulate your desires. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Picture this. You desire a promotion at work, but when it eludes you, frustration sets in. The Stoics offer a remedy, the dichotomy of desire. They categorize desires into 2 camps, natural and vain. Natural desires encompass essentials like food and shelter, while vain desires revolve around fame and excessive wealth. The trick is to fulfill natural desires for well-being while approaching vain desires with caution. Human nature tends to crave more money, more recognition, more possessions. Yet this pursuit often leaves us feeling depleted rather than fulfilled, akin to running on a treadmill without a destination in sight. The Stoic approach isn't to shun all desires, but to manage them wisely. Before succumbing to frustration over unmet desires, assess their true significance. Are they conducive to your well-being and growth, or are they merely fleeting desires for social approval? By recalibrating your desires to align with genuine well-being, frustration diminishes naturally. Think of it as a mental software update, streamlining your objectives and sharpening your focus. Simplifying your goals reduces the space for frustration to take root. So, conduct an audit of your desires. Once you clear away the clutter, you'll find life more navigable, driven by purpose rather than the fleeting whims of vain wants. 2. Embrace your destiny with amor fati, a Stoic principle that urges you to love your fate. Instead of resisting what unfolds, welcome it with open arms, recognizing every twist and turn as an opportunity for growth. For instance, losing your job could signify a chance to explore new career paths or develop additional skills. Similarly, the end of a relationship, though painful, might pave the way for something even more fulfilling. This doesn't mean you should suppress emotions like sadness. Rather, acknowledge them before reframing the situation positively. Amor fati liberates you from resentment and blame, fostering a mindset of resilience and acceptance. So, when life throws curveballs, don't just endure them, embrace them. By loving your fate, you invite a newfound harmony into your life, where challenges become stepping stones rather than obstacles to overcome. 3. Direct your attention to what you can control, a fundamental concept emphasized by Stoicism. While you can't dictate traffic or alter the weather, you retain authority over your reactions and mindset. Consider the scenario of missing a train. Instead of succumbing to frustration, seize the opportunity to meditate, listen to a podcast, or simply appreciate the surroundings. In a society fixated on perpetual achievement, it's crucial to realize that life comprises both planned and unforeseen moments, shaping the fabric of our existence. When faced with setbacks, pause and assess whether they fall within your sphere of influence. If not, relinquish your grip and redirect your focus. This shift in perspective is akin to clearing your phone of redundant apps, creating space for what truly matters. Imagine a world where individuals abide by this principle. No more road rage or supermarket tantrums. By concentrating on your circle of control, you pave the way for a calmer, more fulfilling existence. Here's a challenge for you. If you've made it this far, I'm confident you can go all the way. Trust me, the most rewarding part is yet to come in the conclusion. Do you have the perseverance to see this journey through to the end? Prove it by sticking with me until the very last word, and I promise you won't be disappointed. 4. Gain perspective by zooming out, a practice advocated by Stoicism to view situations from a broader vantage point. Think of it like the camera in a movie, panning out to reveal the entirety of the scene. When faced with frustrations, such as a malfunctioning Wi-Fi connection, imagine observing them from outer space, where even bustling cities appear minuscule. This shift in viewpoint can diminish the perceived magnitude of your troubles. Of course, this doesn't trivialize your challenges, rather, it reframes them in relation to the vastness of life. By zooming out, you can better assess the significance of your problems and appreciate the blessings that surround you. This approach doesn't entail ignoring difficulties, but rather evaluating them in the context of the grander scheme. By embracing this Stoic practice, you align with what truly matters, enabling you to confront obstacles with clarity and resilience. So, when confronted with adversity, take a moment to zoom out. You may find that the obstacle is not as insurmountable as it initially seemed, empowering you to tackle it with renewed vigor. 5. Reflect on your mortality with memento mori, a phrase that serves as a gentle nudge to live authentically and purposefully. While the notion of death may seem grim, It's a potent reminder of life's brevity and the importance of cherishing every moment. When confronted with frustrations or setbacks, consider the fleeting nature of existence. Will you allow minor inconveniences to overshadow the precious time you have? By integrating memento mori into your daily life, you cultivate a sense of urgency, prompting action and gratitude in the present moment. Rather than evoking fear, memento mori serves as a catalyst for meaningful living, helping you discern between what truly matters and what is merely noise. Embracing this perspective enriches your days, infusing them with purpose and intentionality. It's a reality check that grounds you in the present, while inspiring you to make the most of every opportunity. As you embark on your journey to tackle frustration, remember that small steps lead to significant progress. By embracing these Stoic practices, you empower yourself to navigate life's challenges with resilience and wisdom. How do you tackle pain and hurt in your life? Do you share it openly, keep it hidden, or turn it into something else entirely? Revealing your pain can sometimes backfire, inviting more harm than healing. It's a tough truth, but there are people out there who oddly find satisfaction in watching others suffer, even adding to it. This mix of sadism and envy can seriously hold back your personal growth, showing up in different parts of your life like work, social circles, or even among your own family. But listen up, because deep inside you, there's an incredible strength waiting to be tapped into, a hidden power that can turn your vulnerabilities into unbreakable resilience. In this session, we're diving into 8 powerful Stoic principles from the legendary philosopher Epictetus, whose wisdom has stood the test of time. But here's the kicker. We want you to be a part of this journey. We're not just talking at you, we want you to actively join in. So for the next little while, let's really focus on what's being shared here. Let's set aside the usual distractions and dive deep into this exploration of self-discovery and personal growth. Are you ready? Let's get started. 1. Refuse to let the comments and attitudes of others dictate your life. Have you ever felt like you're constantly being pulled around by the words and emotions of others? Each snide comment, each disapproving glance seems to tug at your strings, controlling your emotions. Epictetus, in his profound wisdom, reminds us that in the theater of life, we have the power to master our emotions. Why should someone else's negativity hold the key to your emotional state? Yes, it's difficult. Words can sting, attitudes can wound. But here's the blunt truth. When you dwell in anger or crumble under criticism, you're surrendering your power. You're essentially saying, "Here, take control of my happiness." It's time to reclaim that key, not with resentment or bitterness, but with the understanding that your peace, your joy, is solely yours to govern. Epictetus doesn't sugarcoat it. It's a challenging path. But ask yourself, isn't the journey to reclaiming your emotional independence worth it? Isn't it time to cut those strings and dance to your own rhythm? 2. Fear not failure, for it is the sole path to progress. Picture a world where your failures serve as your stepping stones, where every stumble is an opportunity to grow, not just in your profession, but at the very core of your being. Epictetus advocated for embracing the label of a fool. Why? Because it's only when you're unafraid to fail, unashamed to falter, that you truly evolve. True mastery isn't a sudden stroke of genius. It's a relentless pursuit, a journey marked by mistakes that chip away at our imperfections. This path isn't smooth. It's rife with frustration, self-doubt, and moments where surrender seems inevitable. Yet, it's also where passion ignites, resilience flourishes, and genuine transformation occurs. As Epictetus would affirm, it's not the instantaneous triumphs, but the hard-fought battles that shape us. So ask yourself, are you prepared to fail spectacularly, to embrace the role of a fool, only to emerge stronger, wiser, and more authentic? Because therein lies true excellence, in the beautifully messy process of becoming who you are meant to be. 3. Simplify your life. Embracing simplicity isn't about rejecting wealth. It's a conscious decision to prioritize what genuinely enriches your life. Envision yourself surrounded by luxury, every desire at your fingertips. Yet, amidst this opulence, a lingering question remains. Does this abundance truly serve you? Or does it demand your constant attention and energy? Wealth, as Epictetus wisely observed, is not merely a possession, but a state of mind. By choosing simplicity, you free yourself from the relentless cycle of bills, loans, and the ever-ticking clock of credit card payments. This liberation isn't solely financial. It encompasses profound emotional and mental freedom. It's about discovering richness in life's simple pleasures and recognizing that true wealth resides in experiences, relationships, and self-awareness, rather than material accumulation. As we delve deeper into the Stoic wisdom of Epictetus, let us remember, the pursuit of wealth is legitimate, but its true value lies not in possession, but in purpose and the simplicity it can bring to your life. 4. Your responses shape your destiny. Life throws curveballs, and how we catch them determines our narrative. Epictetus grasped this concept profoundly. He didn't merely preach about selecting our reactions, he embodied it. Consider this: when life delivers a blow, do you crumble or rise? It's tempting to succumb to victimhood, to sink into despair over a lost job, a failed relationship, or an unexpected setback. But here's the unvarnished truth: these moments are not just hurdles. They are opportunities to evolve, to glean wisdom, and to redefine ourselves. They serve as the forge where our character is tested and fortified. It's during these trials that we have the chance to convert weaknesses into strengths, transforming our vulnerabilities into our armor. So, when life knocks you down, ask yourself, will this defeat me, or will it ignite my success? Remember, your life story isn't solely about what happens to you. It's about how you rewrite the narrative with each challenge you encounter. 5. Fulfill your obligations. It's not just about checking boxes or adhering to a script dictated by others. It's about confronting your vulnerabilities head-on and transforming your weaknesses into sources of strength. How often do we shrink from our duties, not because they're insurmountable, but because they challenge our deepest fears and insecurities? Embracing duty means stepping into the fray, not with blind optimism, but with a resolute determination rooted in reality. It's about loving fiercely, standing up for what's right, and sometimes summoning the courage to let go when it's the most challenging. Along this raw journey, you'll taste the bitterness of defeat and the sweetness of triumph, but above all, you'll uncover the resilient power of your spirit. 6. Friendship transcends wealth. Have you ever experienced the comforting embrace of a true friend during your darkest hours, when your own strength faltered like ancient ruins beneath the weight of the world? Friendship, a treasure more precious than the rarest gold, offers sanctuary, a haven where vulnerabilities are not perceived as weaknesses, but rather as shared human experiences. It is in these poignant moments that we grasp the true worth of a friend, not merely as a shield to conceal our vulnerabilities, but as a mirror that reflects our authentic selves, flaws, and all. This bond, profound as the deepest ocean, teaches us that genuine wealth is not measured by material abundance, but by the hearts we touch and the souls that touch ours in return. 7. Release your grip on what you cannot command. You might harbor deep affection for someone, yet you cannot compel them to reciprocate. You may diligently pursue your aspirations, but you cannot ensure the outcome. Your concern for the world may be profound, yet you cannot remedy all its troubles. How do you navigate the frustration, the disappointment, the anger? Epictetus, a sage of Stoicism, imparted a simple yet profound lesson. Focus on what lies within your control and embrace what does not. This, he emphasized, is the cornerstone of mastering the art of not only concealing your vulnerabilities, but transmuting them into unwavering strength. 8. Always seek the silver lining in every situation. At times, life can resemble an unyielding storm. Consider those moments when everything appears to crumble, such as losing a job. It's effortless to succumb to despair. But what if this moment serves as your cue to pursue the dream you've set aside? Stoicism doesn't advocate for denying pain. Rather, it champions finding resilience in adversity. It's recognizing that every setback lays the groundwork for a comeback. You possess the ability to transform your vulnerabilities into triumphs. So, when life delivers a harsh blow, retaliate with even greater force. Isn't it invigorating to transform obstacles into stepping stones? Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Seneca. Seneca reminds us of the importance of living fully in the present moment. Each day is a new opportunity for growth, reflection, and self-improvement. As usual, I challenge you to be strong and stay with me till the end of the video as we delve into practical ways to infuse Stoic principles into our daily lives, cultivating greater fulfillment and resilience along the way. Habit 1. Morning reflection. As the golden rays of dawn pierce the horizon, we are reminded of the precious gift of a new day. In the stillness of the early morning hours, there lies an opportunity to cultivate a sense of clarity, gratitude, and purpose. Inspired by the Stoic practice of prososh, or mindfulness, let us embrace the dawn as a sacred moment for reflection and intention setting. As Seneca wisely observed, the whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Take a moment to express gratitude for the blessings in your life, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we shift our focus from scarcity to abundance, recognizing the richness that surrounds us in every moment. Consider jotting down a few things you are thankful for in a gratitude journal, allowing the act of writing to deepen your sense of appreciation and connection to the world around you. Reflect on your values, aspirations, and goals, and consider how you can align your actions with your highest ideals. Habit 2. Embracing impermanence. Imagine yourself standing by the banks of a gentle river, watching as its waters flow effortlessly downstream. Observe how the river ebbs and flows, carving its path through the landscape with graceful fluidity. In much the same way, our own lives unfold in a series of ebbs and flows, each moment fleeting and ephemeral. By embracing the transient nature of existence, we free ourselves from attachment to outcomes and find liberation in the present moment. As the leaves of autumn drift gently to the ground, we are reminded of the cyclical nature of life and the inevitability of change. Rather than resisting the natural course of events, let us surrender to the ever-shifting currents of existence, trusting in the wisdom of the universe to guide us along our journey. Just as the leaves surrender to the wind, so too can we release our grip on control and surrender to the unfolding of life with open hearts and open minds. Habit 3. Practicing virtue. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the recognition that true fulfillment arises not from external possessions or accolades, but from the cultivation of inner excellence. Take a moment to reflect on the virtues that resonate most deeply with your soul, perhaps the wisdom to discern truth from falsehood, the courage to face adversity with dignity, the justice to treat others with fairness and compassion, or the temperance to exercise restraint and moderation in all things. Just as the Stoic sage faces the trials of life with unwavering courage and resilience, so you too can rise above the challenges that confront you, fortified by the power of moral integrity. Remember that true greatness is not measured by outward success or acclaim, but by the steadfastness of character and the depth of compassion that reside within the human heart. Habit 4. Maintaining equanimity. Shift your perspective on challenges and setbacks, viewing them as opportunities for growth and learning rather than obstacles to be overcome. Just as the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Embrace adversity as a teacher that can strengthen your resilience and deepen your wisdom, knowing that each trial you face is an opportunity to cultivate greater equanimity and inner strength. Know that amidst life's ups and downs, you have within you the power to remain centered and calm. By nurturing a sense of inner peace and tranquility, you can navigate the storms of life with grace and resilience, emerging stronger and more grounded than ever before. Well done! You've shown your toughness and willingness to achieve a more fulfilling life. Now, let's finish off with the last habit. Habit 5. Reflecting on mortality. In the shadows of our mortality lies a profound truth. Our time on this earth is finite. The Stoics understood the fleeting nature of existence and the inevitability of death, and they encouraged us to confront this reality head-on. By reflecting on our own mortality, we can gain perspective, find clarity, and live with a sense of purpose and urgency. Let us explore how the Stoic practice of memento mori, or remembering death, can inspire us to live fully and authentically each day. Live each day with a sense of purpose and intention, knowing that your time is limited. Carpe diem, seize the day and make the most of every moment you have been given. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, and cherish the relationships that nourish your soul. By embracing the reality of your own mortality, you can find the courage to live authentically and pursue what truly matters to you. As you gaze upon the horizon and contemplate the vastness of existence, may you find solace in the knowledge that death is not the end, but rather a transition to something beyond our understanding. Embrace each day as a precious opportunity to live fully and authentically, knowing that one day, when the time comes, you will face death with courage and grace. Until then, may you walk the path of life with purpose and presence, savoring each moment and leaving a legacy of love and wisdom in your wake. As our exploration of these 5 Stoic habits draws to a close, may we carry with us the timeless wisdom of ancient philosophers and the inspiration to live more fully and authentically each day.
Do you find it difficult to apply Stoicism in the modern society? It can be challenging. Here are 7 common pitfalls that individuals may encounter when trying to integrate Stoic philosophy into their daily routines. By recognizing these pitfalls and learning how to navigate them effectively, viewers can enhance their understanding and practice of Stoicism for greater well-being and personal growth. Pitfall 1. Stoicism versus emotional suppression. There is a common misconception that Stoicism encourages individuals to suppress or ignore their emotions. In reality, Stoicism teaches acknowledging and understanding emotions while maintaining rationality and inner calm. It emphasizes managing emotions effectively rather than suppressing them, promoting emotional resilience and clarity of mind. Pitfall 2. Stoic apathy versus empathy. There is a misunderstanding that Stoicism promotes indifference or apathy towards others' suffering. In reality, Stoicism emphasizes maintaining empathy and compassion while accepting the inherent uncertainties of life. Stoics recognize the importance of understanding and empathizing with others' experiences, while also maintaining inner tranquility and focusing on what is within their control. This pitfall highlights the need to balance Stoic principles with genuine empathy and connection to foster healthier relationships and a more compassionate society. Pitfall 3. Stoic passivity versus proactivity. This refers to the misconception that Stoicism encourages passive acceptance of circumstances without taking proactive steps to improve them. In reality, Stoicism teaches individuals to focus on what is within their control and take deliberate action to achieve their goals, while also accepting outcomes beyond their control with equanimity. This pitfall underscores the importance of balancing Stoic acceptance with proactive decision-making and effort to create positive change in one's life and circumstances. Pitfall 4. Stoic isolation versus community highlights the misconception that Stoicism promotes solitude or detachment from others. In reality, while Stoicism emphasizes self-reliance and inner strength, it also recognizes the importance of social connections and community support. Stoics value relationships and collaboration, understanding that human connection can provide comfort, guidance, and shared wisdom on the path to virtue and fulfillment. This pitfall emphasizes the need to balance Stoic principles with meaningful engagement with others to foster personal growth and mutual support. Pitfall 5. Stoic perfectionism versus growth mindset. This addresses the misconception that Stoicism promotes rigid adherence to ideals or perfectionism. In reality, Stoicism encourages a growth mindset focused on continuous learning, adaptation, and improvement. While Stoics strive for excellence and virtue, they also understand that growth involves embracing setbacks, learning from failures, and evolving over time. This pitfall underscores the importance of balancing Stoic principles with flexibility and openness to new experiences, allowing for ongoing personal development and resilience in the face of challenges. Pitfall 6. Stoic stoicism versus genuine vulnerability highlights the misconception that Stoicism requires individuals to suppress vulnerability or mask authentic emotions. In reality, Stoicism encourages acknowledging and embracing vulnerability as a natural part of the human experience. While Stoics aim to maintain inner tranquility and rationality, they also recognize the strength in expressing genuine emotions and vulnerability authentically. This pitfall emphasizes the importance of balancing Stoic principles with emotional authenticity, allowing for deeper connections with oneself and others, while navigating life's challenges with resilience and wisdom. Pitfall 7. Stoic dogmatism versus adaptability addresses the risk of becoming overly rigid or dogmatic in Stoic beliefs and practices. While Stoicism offers valuable principles for living a virtuous and fulfilling life, adhering too strictly to specific interpretations can hinder adaptability and growth. Stoics emphasize the importance of remaining open-minded and willing to reassess beliefs in light of new information or experiences. This pitfall underscores the need for flexibility and curiosity in applying Stoic principles, allowing for continuous learning, adaptation, and personal development. Understand that Stoicism is a nuanced philosophy that requires careful consideration and application in modern contexts. Approach Stoicism as a journey of continual growth and self-discovery, remaining open to new perspectives and experiences.
Stay stoic. Support us by giving us a thumbs up to expand our reach to others seeking ancient wisdom. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell for more lessons on ancient wisdom. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. For more Stoic wisdom, feel free to choose one of the videos on your screen now. Stay Stoic.